Hey guys, been a while since I've made a video, so I thought I'd get you caught up on a couple of things that are going on around here. So let me I'll take you around in the hoop house, and then we'll go out and take a walk around the garden here and see what's going on. So put your traveling shoes on, because we're going to go quick. These are my straight 8 cukes. I did pretty well with them. They're starting to go by now. The leaves are turning yellow, but I don't know. I might probably get some more out of them. Yellow squash, don't know if we're going to make it or not. The flowers looking good. Here's something interesting. Over here in the hoop house, I don't know if you can see this. This is a volunteer plant. Don't know how it got there. It just started growing and I didn't pull it up. Well, let me show you something here. You can see this. Look at the size of that thing. Now I don't know if that's a zucchini. It doesn't really, it's not shaped like a zucchini. But anyway, look how big that plant is. It's huge. Yeah. Now over here, this was another volunteer. Oh, let's see, where'd that guy go? It's a, here we go, pumpkin volunteer. So, yeah, that's coming from this plant over here. And there's my Big Jim New Mex jalapeno, and I got half a dozen of those plants growing, so hopefully I can get some seeds from them and start over. Kids garden did alright. See, we got some watermelons going in there, and there's a zucchini there, and lettuce is bolting. That's about it in there, but there's another. Anyway, it was fun. Picture of that cucumber there. Like I say, I'll probably get a few more of those. Volunteer season's over. I don't know if you can see this. Corn. Don't know how it got there, how it started, but I do know one thing. The Japanese beetles love these tassels. Right there, you see they've been eating the tassels off. But if you ever wanted to know if a single stalk of corn can fertilize itself, well, there it is. There's an ear right there. There's an ear, and so it's looks like it's self-seeding, something like that. So anyway, that answers that question, whether or not a single corn stalk will seed itself. And let's see. Well, you remember that big rock? I swear that rock has grown a foot since the last time, but I don't know. I'll keep watering it and see what happens. My rhubarb. Produced a lot of rhubarb at the beginning of the year, and then it all turned off all this rusty stuff, whole bunch of it, and so I forgot about it. So I ended up dumping a whole bunch of coffee grounds in around the base of that thing, and looks like now it's starting to come back. So that's something I'll have to keep in mind for another year, is coffee grounds on the rhubarb. Got a pumpkin. He's growing out. He's probably 8 or 10 feet long now on the runners, and so we might get some pumpkins out of that. There's some zucchinis, more zucchinis. You never can have too many zucchinis. Over here, this is a fresh. This is my fall crop of. If you can see that turnip. Yeah, I had garlic in here, and it didn't do anything. In fact, when I went to to harvest it, I couldn't even hardly find any. So I said, fool you on that. I redid the bed and reconstituted it with my nice compost, and I got turnip growing in there. Over here I got did the same thing. Got Swiss chard growing in there, and that'll be my fall crop. Hugelkultur experiment, and pretty happy with it, I guess. And look, there's a tobacco plant. Thank you, Ray. And don't know what I'm going to do with it, but there it is. And I've got two kinds of cucumbers growing up in there in the hugel bed, and a couple of broccoli plants and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with those. But so far I'm sold on that hugelkultur thing. It seems to work. Okay, now this guy, I'll show you my. Yeah, if you can see that or not, but there's my big old sunflower. Thing's got to be at least 10 feet high or more. Yeah. And right next to my bean teepee, and I got some beans coming in there, and the wind got a hold of that and kind of tipped it over a little bit. But I'll show you. I planted a combination of yellow ones and green ones, and green beans. So there's a combination of both of those, and you can see there's some coming along up in there. So enough for a meal. And let's see. Oh, butternut squash. Yeah, I'm not doing too much yet, but I noticed there is one starting to form right way out here. So I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, we got one. Hopefully the season will last long enough so we can actually harvest a few of those. Alright, while we get you here, let's see, let's go over to this is another add-on right on the other side of my compost pile, and some squash plants. But look at the size of these leaves. Holy mackerel. Huge leaves. And some of these, I got some, I don't know if you can see that, there's a yellow squash right there starting to come along. And lots of flowers in there. So, yeah, we might get something out of that. Alright, now over to my herbal. There's my borage. And I didn't know how it was going to do. I was kind of late getting it started, but it looks like it's forming flowers now, and so I'm kind of anxious to see what that's going to look like. First year with that. Over here, this is sorrel. I like this stuff because it's got a nice lemony flavor to it. So I pick some of that sometimes and put it in my juicer and stuff like that. My corn, yeah, not too impressed, but hey, it's up there. And alongside my corn are my squash and beans, so the three sisters are surviving. I don't know if you'd say thriving, but they're surviving. And on the other side of the aisle here, right behind the compost bin, I already harvested peas earlier in the season. So then I planted what are those beans of shucks, I can't think of it. Anyway, another thing of beans, because I'm basically want something that will fix the nitrogen in the soil, and I'll let them grow, and then I'll just work them back into the soil again. That's my fennel. It's a pretty poor excuse for fennel, but Anyway, and this is my comfrey. I mentioned on one of Dale's videos that his comfrey didn't look like mine, but this is supposedly has flowers and will come to seed and whatnot and propagate itself. But look at the size of these leaves. Tell you, there's some biomass in these things, and they pick up a lot of nutrients, and I still haven't figured out everything to do with these yet, but I'm glad I grow them, and I think it'll make a good addition. There's a bunch of ones that I started, and I didn't transplant them because I wanted to make sure that they were going to take before I actually transplanted them all. But as you can see, they're taking pretty good, so they're liking it here. So it's almost time for my composting again. So there you can see, this is my what I call my twin stack updraft Venturi powered compost heap. So that's quite a piece. That's quite a engineering feat right there. All right, that about winds things up. I'll let's see what. Oh, those were Boston picklers. I got them late in the season. Actually, they were some that I got from Walmart. They had I had like 7 of them in a pot, and so I got them, but it didn't amount to too much. But anyway, that's a quick look around the yard. So thanks for watching.